What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the FallenRedZeo. I'm back with another McFarlane Toys DC Multiverse wave, and this time we have wave 4 that includes Superman, Batman of Earth -11, or also known as the Drown, Death Metal Batman, which looks awesome there, and a Damian Wayne Robin. So this is an awesome looking wave. It's awesome to get 2 more figures for our Death Metal figures, and then the Red Sun Superman, such a classic storyline, and the Damian Wayne Robin to go with our Bat family is just great as well. So I'm excited to open this wave up, and I hope you are as well. So let me go ahead and get it open, and then we'll check it out together. So we're starting off with the Red Sun Superman, and this thing looks pretty cool. It just looks like your standard Superman, just with a little bit different outfit. So since it is Superman that landed in the USSR when he was a kid and brought up by Russia, he turned out a little bit different. But as you can see, for the most part, he does look relatively the same. As I said, his outfit just a little bit different. So instead of like the bright red and blue, he's got more of a muted or darker blue and red cape. And then on his chest, where he normally has the S logo, he now has the sickle and hammer, which is pretty cool. On his underwear, he has a belt with a little red buckle there, and the rest is just in the all blue spandex outfit. But face-wise, he still looks pretty much just like Superman. Nothing real different going on. The only difference I really see is his hair's a little bit shorter up on the top, and so he has like his normal curl thing, but it doesn't really come down too far into his face, but he still has the blue highlights from the comics. So as I've said, he still looks overall pretty much exactly like Superman. Not a whole lot of changes. For the figure's movements though, his head there can twist all the way around, and his head can nod up and down. Shoulders can come up to 90 degrees and have a little bit of a butterfly joint in there and can rotate around. He has the bicep twist, the single elbow joint that only bends up to like 90 degrees there, and then the wrist can twist around and flex back and forth. He has the ab crunch right in there. They can crunch back and forth a little bit, shake back and forth there, and can twist side to side. The hips can come up a little bit. You don't get a whole lot, maybe 45 degrees there, and can come out to the side, so we can do the splits. We have the double knee joint that can bend up that far in the back. It's close to kicking his own butt. And then the foot rocks back and forth, can twist a little bit side to side if you get it loosened, and has the toe joint on the end. So this figure's just like a lot of the other McFarlanes. The figures just annoy me so much because their joints are really stiff, so they're hard to get to move a lot, and then with those stupid ball joints on the wrists and ankles, it's hard to get in the stands. Currently have him standing at this weird side pose because that's the only way I can really get his feet to stand up pretty straight, but you can see how like crooked his foot is there just to get him to stand up. So it's just super annoying, and I hate fighting with these figures every time I do videos. It's just so annoying. I wish McFarlane would just come up with something different that'd make everything just a lot more easier. As I said, I just get so tired of fighting with figures all the time. And for accessories, we get some additional hands. So he has a fist hand and like a grip hand, since he just comes with like the open flying hands already. We get the flight stand that we can put him on, so just the normal DC flight stand that you can just stick him up on, so he's up there in the air flying. Again, I don't like these stands because you can see they wobble a lot, so he wobbles back and forth there. So not the greatest stands, but they do work enough to get the characters up in the air flying. And then he of course comes with the card, so there's a picture from the comic book of Red Sun Superman, so that's pretty cool. And on the back here we have Superman Red Sun #1. His name is Kal-El. He's 6'3", 235 pounds, and it says, in an alternate reality, the rocket ship carrying the infant who would later be known as Superman landed in the midst of 1950 Soviet Union rather than Smallville, Kansas. Raised on a collective farm, the last survivor of Krypton grew up and now uses his incredible superpowers as a hero to the Soviet Union people, fighting a never-ending battle for Stalin and changing the world drastically from what we know. So there kind of gives you a little bit of his backstory, and I think it's pretty cool. Like I said, it's great to get the Red Sun Superman, since like I said, it's such a classic comic story, so it's great to get the figure. Now we just need the Batman from that story to go along with it. And next up we have the DC Rebirth Robin, and this looks pretty cool. So it's Damian Wayne Robin this time, and he looks pretty awesome here. Very nice looking outfit. Of course, carrying on with the classic Robin colors of the red and green with the yellow mixed into it. And then of course his cape in the back, which has the hood on it, that the hood is down at this point. But I think it looks pretty cool. That's funny looking face there, just with the look he's got on his face, but fits perfectly for Damian. Like his hair is all spiked up but kind of swooping over to the side. Has the green mask, you know, to hide his identity. Then he has the red outfit in the center that goes down into like a skirting. The yellow utility belt with all the pockets and everything. The yellow R for Robin right there on the left side of his chest. Has the black armor underneath, green gauntlets there on his hands, and green boots that go all the way up to his knees where he's got the knee pads. And I like the details of the red shoelaces there. So overall, it's a really nice looking figure. Let's see its movements though. So head there can twist all the way around, and he can look up and down there a little bit, so good nodding. Shoulders come up over 90 degrees and can rotate around within there. He's got the bicep twist. Then he's got a single elbow joint that's different from that Superman we had, but it bends up there to 90 degrees. And of course the normal wrist that can twist around around and flex back and forth. No real ab crunch or anything on this figure. He's pretty much completely solid, at least from what I can tell. There's no movements going on in there, so he's solid in the middle. But his hips, the leg can come out under 90 degrees still, out to the side that far. He has a single knee joint that can bend up about to 90 degrees there in the back. And the foot can flex back and forth, twist all the way around, and flex a little side to side. And then we have the toe joint on the end. So his joints move a little bit better overall, except those feet. I still have issues trying to get him to stand up, but that's why, of course, they come with the stand, so we can go in and just pop him on the stand. And then he comes with some other accessories. So he has this awesome looking sword, gold handle going into the silver blade, and it's really tall, so you can see it's almost as tall as he is on the ground. So that's awesome, but we can go and throw this into his hand. So there he's got the sword, and that looks awesome. And he also comes with some ninja stars, so we get 2 sets of ninja stars. They don't really look very Batmanish, so they don't really look too much like bat wings, have a little bit of details, but just look mostly just like throwing stars, so you can just probably take and stick one of these right into his hand. So with that, it can look like he's maybe trying to throw the ninja star and stuff, so that's pretty cool. And finally, we have his card. So there's a picture from the comics, so from the DC Rebirth, it looks awesome there. And then around on the back, it's from Teen Titans Rebirth #1. His name's Damian Wayne, and he's 5'6" and 84 pounds. Well, he's pretty light. But it says Robin is Batman's protege and crime-fighting partner. More than just a sidekick, Robin is an accomplished acrobat, a skilled fighter, and a sharp detective in his own right. Through rigorous and constant training, Robin maintains a physical edge, which, along with his knowledge of martial arts, makes him a formidable match for even the most experienced criminals. Although he does not possess any superpowers, his discipline, training, and intelligence make him a natural leader of the Teen Titans. So that seems like just a little bit standard stuff for Robin in general, not necessarily directly for Damian Wayne, but I think overall the figure looks awesome. I love his outfit and just the way he looks, especially with that smile on his face. The sword is awesome. The ninja stars I could take or leave. So overall, it's not too bad. And next up we have the Drown, which is labeled as Batman of Earth -1, but I'm pretty sure it's Batwoman of Earth -11. And again, from another reality, her real name is Bryce Wayne, and she's pretty much similar to Batman and stuff, and probably like the Batwoman storyline. But in Earth -11, there was a war with the Atlanteans, and they ended up flooding Gotham. And so to be able to cope with the new environment of, everything being underwater, she kind of augmented herself to be able to live underwater, so she could breathe and control water and all sorts of other stuff to live the underwater life. But this figure looks pretty awesome. So since she is like an underwater creature, considered the Drown, she has the pale skin, so she has pale grayish skin. I like how she still has like the Batman cowl on her head, I like the little ears and stuff, but has a like little cybernetic eye, again, a piece she's equipped to herself. I like the hair all flowing in the back, and it has like a nice green tint to it, which is pretty cool. She has a small jacket on here, so it doesn't go down too far, but I like how it still has the cuts around the bottom, similar to like the Batman cape, but it goes down into long sleeves that lead to dark green gloves. Then she has this green shirt on with a brown corset around on the outside that's tied in together. She has a gold necklace around her neck with a little bat logo on there. I like here for like her skirting, it looks like seaweed and everything, so that's awesome. And then she's just got pants going down into really high boots, and I like the details and the texture on those boots look awesome. And they are high heels, so I already have her on the stand since I can't get her to stand up without it. So for her movements, her head can't move very much at all just because of her hair in the back, and then not much nodding at all either. She'll come up to 90 and rotate around. We've got a bicep twist, the double elbow joint that bends up that far. She can touch her own arm again, so that's awesome. Wrist twist around and flex as usual. She has a little bit of an ab crunch in there. You obviously can't see it, but she does rock back and forth in there and has a little bit of a twist. Her hips raise up a little bit there and out to the side a little bit. She's got a double knee joint that bends up that far in the back, and then the foot flexes back and forth, twists side to side, and then has the toe joint on the end of it. And as I already showed, she is hard to stand, so I already have her on the stand. And with helping with the defeat of the Atlanteans, she did take on the trident here, so she has the trident, to rule. And I like how it has sort of like a back, especially if you turn upside down there, you can kind of see like the bat wings and stuff. So that's pretty awesome there to have the trident, nice gold trident. We can just take and stick it right into her hand there, which looks pretty awesome. And from her card, there's a picture of her from the comics, so she's from Dark Knight's Metal. And around on the back, it's from Batman the Drown #1. Her name is Bryce Wayne. She's 5'11" and 160 pounds. It says Bryce Wayne of Earth -11 harbored a deep hatred for the Atlanteans for their role in the death of her beloved Sylvester Kyle. In a quest to avenge Kyle, she spliced her DNA with that of an Atlantean, becoming a superpowered Dark Knight called the Drown, capable of breathing and fighting underwater. So that gives you a little bit more on the backstory there, and like all the other figures we've had of Batman's from the other Earths and all the weird characters from the Dark Knight's Metals, she was then brought on by the Batman who laughs to join his team to take on normal Earth. And our final figure of the wave is the Death Metal Batman, and this guy looks super awesome. So Batman here looks like he's ready to rock out. He's ready to join a biker gang. He just looks really cool, ridiculous. outrageously awesome. So we've got Batman, of course, is with the normal cowl there, has short little ears though this time, and then an older scruffer looking face it looks like. He has this gray Kevlar suit on underneath as usual, and you can see all the textures and the lines and stuff. Bat logo there on his chest, and this time instead of his cape he has this black leather duster, which looks awesome, so it hangs really far down the back. I like the details, still looking like bat wings stuff. Spikes on everywhere, and it goes of course all the way down his arms and hangs down really far again with the cutout. And as you can see with all the spikes, it's like the other figures we have. Trying to mess with this hurts a lot. It hurts your fingers and you get a lot of scrapes and scratches, but it looks awesome with the bands there around his arms with all the spikes on it. Nice gauntlets there in the silver with the large spikes. He has a silver belt on there with some change and a bunch of skulls and stuff and a little bat logo. Going down legs, he has more straps with a dark gray this time against spikes as well. And then he's got awesome looking boots with these bat like knee pads on there, and then the spiky boots going down and have the little like wing parts and stuff. So looks very awesome overall. I even like how they included all the little buckles going down the jacket. But for his moves, those head there can twist all the way around, and he can look up and down a little bit there. His shoulders come up 90 degrees, and he does have that like little butterfly joint there, and it can rotate all the way around. He has the bicep up in there, a double elbow joint that bends up that far there. And of course the wrist can twist around and flex back and forth. Lab crunch right there, that allows a little bit for rocking, and the twist side to side, and he can twist all the way around. And then at the hips, the legs can come up a little bit. Again, not much movement at all. You get maybe 45 degrees. He can come out and do the splits a little there. He has a thigh twist, which not too many figures have the thigh twist lower down right in here. So his leg can twist around in there. He's got a double knee joint that can bend up only that far in the back. And then his foot can rock back and forth, twist all the way around, and has the toe joint on the end. So this figure is the easiest of the set to get to stand up, but he still has some issues, so we get the plate once again to pop him on. So there, that helps hold him up. And then the awesome weapon he comes with is this giant scythe. So there's this giant scythe that has the giant bat wing like blade there at the top, and then it just looks like a stick with some banding wrapped all the way around it down to the bottom. So that looks pretty awesome. It's big and giant and looks like something that'd really be able to chop people's heads off and stuff. So we're gonna put this into his hand. So there, I was finally able to get it into his hand, and so that looks pretty awesome with that giant blade there. But what'd make this even cooler is if we take this Batman and put him on the Batcycle. So I forgot to show this too. We do have the Batcycle. So this giant awesome looking motorcycle with all of like the bones wrapped all around it, and the giant bat head looking there on the front with the ears looks pretty awesome. So this thing looks really cool. So I'm gonna see if I can get Batman popped onto this thing. So there, I got Batman stuck on the Batcycle as best as I could, and we have his little card here as well. So there's a picture of him on the Batcycle as well with the scythe and everything, and it says from Dark Knight's Death Metal, and it says Dark Knight's Death Metal #1, Bruce Wayne, 6'2", 210 pounds, and it says following the universe-shattering events of the Dark Knight's Metal, the Earth is enveloped by the dark multiverse and has transformed into a hellish landscape twisted beyond recognition. Willing to sacrifice his own humanity for the greater good, Batman wields an evil Black Lantern ring, which grants him the power to resurrect the dead. Now leading an army of zombies and riding the Batcycle made of bones, the Dark Knight wages war against Batman Who Laughs and his omnipotent goddess Perpetua in his mission to save the DC multiverse. So there we got Batman. That kind of explains why he has the scythe, since he does have the Black Lantern, is kind of like the big Reaper guy Black Lantern that has the scythe like that as well. And then with the Batcycle, we also got a card. So there's another picture of Batman on Batcycle with the Batman Who Laughs there in the background. And so it says from Dark Knight's Metal #1, its length is 9 feet 4 inches, width 3 feet 6 inches, height 3 feet 7 inches, weighs 600 pounds. And it pretty much has the same story. So it's following the universe-shattering events of Dark Knight's Metal, the Earth is enveloped by dark multiverse and has transformed into a hellish landscape twisted beyond recognition. Commanding an army of the undead, Batman rides a Batcycle made from the bones of a Joker dragon in his war against the Batman Who Laughs and his omnipotent goddess Perpetua. So yeah, a little bit different there. Just kind of explains that I guess this is from a Joker dragon or something, apparently, the bones. But that just looks awesome there. So that's going to be awesome to throw this in with all of our other Dark Knight's Metal characters. I think that would look pretty awesome with all of those all together. But that's going to be it for our McFarlane's DC Multiverse Wave 4 set, where we got the Red Sun Superman, Damian Wayne Robin, the Drown, and Death Metal Batman on the Batcycle. So those all look super cool there. More great looking figures, but again, just wish McFarlane would change some of the joints, because as I said, I hate fighting with these characters, and I had to fight with each one of them today. But let me know what you thought of these figures down in the comments down below, and if you enjoyed my review, please leave a thumbs up. But I want to thank y'all for watching. I hope you stay awesome out there, and I'll see you in our next review.